Hello, hello. Hello, wonderful people. Let's see here. Oh, kitty. Oh, somebody went out and rolled around on the cement outside this morning and looks like a chimney sweep. Seriously. Chimney. Boo, Bailey, boo. Alrighty, let's see here. I hope you are all well. Okay, and oh, I know I forgot one thing. I hope you have your questions ready. It's weird. I have a question for you guys because I was trying to find out this morning and I wasn't having much luck. Who does have standing to bring an emoluments case against the president? Because local businesses tried it and the court said you don't have standing to do this. 200 and some House of Representatives and senators or whatever tried, and that was just thrown out this morning. Hi. It's going to take me days to brush all that dirt out of your fur. Yes, it is. You look like a chimney sweep. Yes, you do. Maybe individual states, maybe. Yeah, who has standing to do it? Because apparently nobody does. Oh, kitty. Or, sorry, putting my microphone back on. Or what they said this morning about the emoluments case was that even the huge group of individual members didn't have standing to bring an emolument suit, but the entire Congress would have to do it as the House of Representatives and the Senate. So basically, the only way to bring an emoluments case, which is in the Constitution, is much like impeachment. Really? Because there are other politicians, they're not allowed, other politicians, they're not allowed to accept anything that's worth more than like $50 or whatever it is. And there's no enforcement. I realize it's good that Pluto is moving through Capricorn and it's kicking all of this up so that, all the flaws in the system, all the weaknesses, so that we can address them and make them better. I understand that, but this is very frustrating. Very frustrating. And it is not illegal to rip up a copy. It isn't. He's getting it confused with the fact that he constantly rips up paper, and there have been reports for years that after he's done with anything, he rips it up and throws it on the floor. He did this back in New York. He did it in the White House. He does it in the Oval Office. He does it all over. And so assistants were going out, and literally there was like a room that they had set aside, and assistants were literally taping all this paper back together for the official record. So he's getting it confused with that. So, or somebody told him that, of course he jumped on it. Oh, yoy. All right, first of all, I want to make sure that I thank all of our fantastic, and I mean fantastic moderators. So I have a little printout here. So I want to thank all of you. So Keisha, Texicana, Lisa, Ian, Kathy W, Cappy's mom, Linda, Noelle, Larry Girl, Sue Ellen. These are our warriors. These are our troll slayers. These are the amazing, wonderful, wonderful people who make this possible, who keep us safe here. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, so I want to make sure you guys get credit for how great you are, and you know how grateful I am. So put that there. Okay. Let me see. All right. Woohoo, troll slayers, exactly. Amazing, amazing troll slayers. Love your cheat sheet. Thank you. And of course my pen went walking. All right, so today we should cover, or you should tell me what we should cover. Because Trump is, oh, thank you, Larry girl. Staphylococcus, are we in, what happened to the snow? And most of it melted. Iowa caucus dirty tricks, phone jamming by right-wing groups, awful stories about DNC hacks against Bernie, Staphylococcus. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. Emoluments clause suit was killed. SCOTUS update. Hennessy set Trump up for a second impeachment. Trump's revenge. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I think honestly, I think we're gonna have to tune. I'm gonna have to like check in on Trump daily for a while here, just to see. Just how bad. Just how bad. Okay, all right, so what I've got, we'll check in with the Fuhrer, Fuhrer. We'll check on Trump, dear leader. Iowa fraud. I think I read on this on Tuesday, but I'll double check. Will Republicans ever be held accountable for taking bribes to acquit Trump? How deep is the, I think it would be more like how deep is the Republican, I'm not sure exactly. There's it's something like that, but it's not. Yeah, can you read on if money was given to Republican senators to acquit? Money given to okay, so checking in on the Fuhrer, the orange Fuhrer. Ja fool. The fool. Jawohl, the fool. Iowa fraud, money given to Republican senators to acquit. Let me see what else. Hunter Biden, yes, I wanted to read on Hunter Biden. I'm worried. This is a man who has had serious addiction problems. And how is Nancy feeling? I read on her on Wednesday, day before yesterday, so maybe we'll do Nancy tomorrow. But we're going to. I'm worried about Hunter Biden. He's had serious addiction problems, and I think Vindman's gonna be fine. I honestly do. But it feels so unfair. I understand that. Hunter born with a silver straw up his nostril. GM Dave, I understand that, but Joe Biden has been through enough. He really has. He's been through enough. And I am concerned that Republicans hounding Hunter Biden, that maybe he does something he really shouldn't. And yeah, Biden lost his other son not that long ago, and yeah, so I'm definitely going to read on Hunter Biden because I'm concerned. I'm worried. Will Buttigieg Clinton financial connection with app company Shadow be properly investigated? I don't know anything about that, Lori. I'll have to do some research on that. Oh, Linda, being able to see people's auras has got to be very helpful. But I don't care, Autumn. But I don't know what you mean by that. Vinman's being moved. Yeah. Chris, just worried Orange is going to do something crazy to him. Yeah, Biden, he lost his wife, he lost daughter, he lost one of his, this is, you really, Iowa Democratic Caucus, I've got that. Iowa fraud and, just having a quick look. Bloomberg. I think, I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that I could probably read on Bloomberg without, it's like maybe he might be the one Democrat I can read on without dividing you guys, because dividing people, because I'm not here to divide Democrats. I'm not interested, what have you, but Bloomberg, he's the big cannonball that's just hit the water. So I'd like to read on that too. All right, so I've got 5 things here. And I'm going to use the Housewives Tarot. They feel like fairly happy little cards. So, let's see. We'll save looking. No, let's get it. No. Yeah, let's get it out of the way. Let's start by looking at Dear Leader. Let's start by having a look to see what's going on with the candy. What is it? It's not candy floss. What do they call it in England? The cotton candy topped orange buffoon. There we go. Beryl saying Bloomberg has a sharp tongue. He can cut Trump down in seconds. I understand. As a matter of fact, last I heard, a reporter asked Bloomberg and said, well, do you think that, it's going to be a problem, the idea of, if you become the nominee, the idea of 2 billionaires both, vying for the presidency? And Bloomberg said, well, I'm a billionaire. Who's the other billionaire you're talking about? It was like, nice little, I hope Trump's warm this morning from that burn. All right, what's going on with the Fuhrer? Headache. Yeah. Yep. Feeling. Yeah, I'm, hang on, let me take this off. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened there. I had to cough and have a sip of my drink here. All right. So, Prince Fuhrer. Yeah, I do. I feel like I just dunked my face in a really stagnant, nasty pond. It's like covered in really slimy, gross algae. That's what it feels like energetically on my face. So yeah, that's Trump. I know they use the term swamp when it comes to Washington, D.C., but thank you, Susan. Thank you. I know they use the term swamp, but Trump feels like he feels like he feels like the slime. All right, sorry. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, trying again. Sorry about that. Thank you, Lindsay. Why do you think makes his energy so slimy? Says Ask GM Dave. It's because he's so low vibration. And you know, we have a choice when we're down here whether to raise our vibration or lower it, and he just lowers it and lowers it and lowers it, and it's gotten even worse since he became president. Thank you, Larry Girl. All right. Vice. Yep. A card of Vice. There it is. That's our president. Ladies and gentlemen, in the past, we had a little boost there for a while when the House impeached Trump. And we felt a little bit better about things. I get cups for Democrats. And it's the Knight of Cups. We felt like we're moving forward. Center of the reading, but yeah, Trump's just holed up in the residence or wherever else. Thank you so much, Deborah. Thank you. Trump is holed up in the White House, and I was thinking I thought it was a painting by David, but it was Ang. I think you guys corrected me. The guy in the French Revolution who he spent time in the sewers of Paris to escape being, facing the guillotine, and he got a skin condition, so he spent all of his time in his bath, and that's where he was when he was killed. And there's a famous painting of it. And I was like trying to remember who that was, and you guys were just on it. I was like four different people were like, it's this painting by this person. It was like, wow, Marat, thank you. See, boom. But it's, yeah, he spends so much time. It's like that. It's like he spends so much time in his own personal cesspit that now he has to, spend his days in the bathtub, and it's the only way he can get relief from the grime and the yick. Sorry, Deanna going. Okay, I'm gonna just keep reading here, guys. Hang in there. Hello, Douglas. Base of the reading. This is very. He feels fat. And this is someone who just kind of holes up in their bedroom. I'm getting a whole lot of hanging out in the residence, not going to work, not doing anything besides making phone calls. People rolling their eyes before they answer the phone, before they actually pick up the phone, knowing who it is. Above the reading, it's all of his secrets, and Ten of Wands is what I usually get for, it's a burden. And it's quite often it comes up for all the court cases against Trump. Court cases about his secrets. That's what's hanging over him as he is, being the emperor, the disgusting emperor in his bath. Not that Marat was an emperor, but hopefully you get the point. All right, near future. I need some clarification. That's trying to do some binding and cleaning out, but is that people find a way to do that to Trump, or is that just Trump he's just starting to take, starts mass firings or hampering people. It's weird. That feels like an actual woman, like an actual, like that's the expression on the face of an aide or a secretary or something, because of what he says or demands that people do. Just that look of shock, like, whoa. But I would like some clarification. McConnell twisting everything to his own use to suit himself and his power. And even if it destroys the plumbing, destroys everything, as long as it works for him and his power. What Trump is going to do now is going to be I'm getting instrumental to what's going to bring him down, what's going to be his big tower moment. But I assumed the money thing was what was going to get him in trouble. But we'll see. Let me see what the other cards are, and then we'll see. And I've got the heartbreak card right there. I think this frustration is going to last a bit longer that we've got going on, but it's not forever. Please remember. This is not forever. Home environment. Yep, this is our disappointment and our frustrations. But things are going to get better. They really are. They are. We just have to get through this. We just have to keep calling representatives, keep showing up, keep speaking out, keep voting, certainly voting. Hopes and fears. He wants to be president forever. He's gotten away with everything else. He wants to be president forever, because then they can never indict him, ever, for anything. What we see. Could the cards be any more on point? We see a man who thinks he is the emperor. Unending. Final outcome. America. Oh, I'm getting this again. This is the card I get for America. This is the Republicans being condescending to their constituents, doing their own thing. Like Susan Collins saying, he's learned his lesson. Thank you, Bismo. Thank you. He's learned his lesson, Susan Collins said. And then the next day she said, well, it was more aspirational. I hope he's learned his lesson. You got to be kidding me. It was just her excuse to do what she was being told to do. But the weight of these plates is pushing down on this shelf, which, because of the way this is set, it helps keeps the shelf. It helps a little bit keep the shelf against the wall, because it's pushed the way it's pushing. But what that means is that somebody can come along, and if they can find, maybe not hit on first try, but if they find just the right point, the whole thing comes crashing down. That's still out there. For now, we have our frustrations. And but in a sense, it's almost like let Trump and McConnell be drunk on their power, their perceived power. Because this isn't, it's not going to last. Not going to last forever. It won't. It really won't. And Pelosi is looking She's not the only one either. Pelosi, who is a very good strategist. She did everything she could with impeachment. I mean, seriously, she knew she was going up against McConnell. When this started, everybody knew, everybody said, he's not going to be replaced. He's not going to be taken out of office. He's just not. But Pelosi did him a lot of damage, and boy, did she push his buttons. She's not done. We just have to get through the frustration we're feeling right now. But it's coming. It's coming. All right? Okay. So that is how the Orange Fuhrer is doing today. All right. Let's look at, well, since it's related, let's look at, was money given to Republican senators to acquit? Because it was reported, for those of you who don't know, it was reported during the impeachment trial that any Republican senators who didn't go along with things were going to find their political heads on a pike. And Schiff, that's one of the things he brought up in some of his absolutely magnificent arguments. Seriously, those will be studied for years. It was wonderful. But when he said that, he said the kind of, where you're threatened that your head will be on a pike if you don't acquit the president. And the Republicans were startled, and apparently Susan Collins was like, that's not true. And she was very adamant, and even in the moment, and they're just, how dare you say, suggest such a thing. Free to Smet. They didn't all need the money. They are afraid of Trump yelling. That's true. But let's have a look here. Yeah, I would love a President Schiff. Was money given to Republican senators to acquit? Legal or illegal? Rainbow Hunter, fascism isn't coming. It isn't. This is corruption coming out into the open, so it can be gotten rid of. Because, I put my faith in the planets, and Pluto's going into Aquarius in 2024, and it's got to set some stuff up before it can plow that field. 7 Aloha 7. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Was money given to Republican senators to acquit Trump legal or illegal? Oh, it's still icky Republican energy, but I'll tell you, this energy is better than Trump's. Okay? Maybe because I'm looking at them in general and I'm not looking at like McConnell, who's blech. Or Barr, that evil potato. Was money given to they were afraid of punishment. That's what that feels like. They were afraid of punishment. But let's see. In the past, oh well, they have gotten money from from the NRA and from there are ways around that they were getting money in a roundabout way to go along with Trump stuff. So that was just the normal kind, the normal kind of money laundering through foreign money through the NRA, like the average of what they do. Center of the reading, and that's them. I get this card and I get the word whitewashing going through my head. Them whitewashing what he did. That's the center of the reading. Okay. Now beneath that, it's sticking together and making really stupid legal arguments that won't fly. I get the sword cards for investigations and investigators and legal arguments. But just throwing, it's like throwing spaghetti at a wall and seeing what sticks. That's just keep throwing stuff until something works and stick together. That's at the base of them doing that. But above it, oh no, I'm not seeing. So far, I'm not seeing money. Above it is Pelosi and how much the Democrats have gone after Trump. Thing after thing after thing after thing after thing. Okay. Near future. The Magician card it can have different meanings. It can be, someone who's taking control of their own life. They have agency. They are making their own decisions. It can be a lawyer. For somebody, it can be a used car salesman. A slimy kind of used car salesman. And then the Two of Swords is the card of decisions. But in this deck, it can also, those are some pretty pointy implements she's holding there. Pretty sharp. This feels like the Republicans choosing to protect him, choosing to take the low road, choosing to insult and attack, and the blindfold, which usually refers to justice in a sense. It's just, I don't see what, la 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 la, fingers in your ear, la 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 la. I don't see it. I don't see what's happening. I'm just going to, yeah. So the Republicans are right now. They're just going to keep on doing what they're doing now, and home environments. They feel like they can finally relax a little bit, but keep your weapons near you, because you never know when Trump's going to turn. You never know how long you're going to be in his good graces. So, it's like, let's go. There was something I saw on the news years ago in Africa. There was a country, the new leader was seizing the farmlands of white citizens, Caucasian citizens. But it was more than that. A lot of them were afraid for their lives. And there was a woman she was in her kitchen and she was being interviewed about this. And she was just standing there with like she was, some kind of harness or something where she had a baby, very small baby, like that she was able to just like carry on her torso kind of thing. She also had a gun belt around her hips. And she's just standing there talking normally. And it reminds me of that. It's the, stand there, talk normally, go to the spa, whatever, but you keep your political weapons close. Hopes and fears. That this has swept it all under the rug. It's all clean now, nothing to see here, move along. Vote for Trump. What we see. Drinking the Kool-Aid. There you go. Sharp, bitter. Pink lemonade has a bite to it. I'm not the world's biggest fan. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I'm not the world's biggest fan of pink lemonade because that it's got that sharp bite in it. There you go. Drink up. That's what we see. Iowa Caucus. I think it might be next. Yeah, that's next. Next reading. Stay tuned. Final outcome. Are the Republicans did they get money to acquit Trump? They got power. They got power by sticking together and the backing of their base. And with the impeachment, it riling up Trump's base, the Republican base, which helps them keep their big fancy houses and all this kind of their, best reservations at the nicest restaurants. And it helps them keep their Siding with Trump helped them keep. It isn't cash, straight cash. It's they find ways, earmarks, RNC, maybe some RNC money for their campaign, but it's enough that the Democrats end up despondent. So what I'm getting here, it's a nasty job, but somebody's got to do it. I know they don't, but that's what they're thinking. And they did it for the power. They did it for the power and the perks, and to be important, and to what they think, like the way Clinton was not reelected, but the way that Clinton went up in the polls and Republicans did well. They're thinking that's going to happen to them. That this whole impeachment thing and the Democrats constantly going after the president, that's going to help them, and that's what they are focused on. So. Okay, so right now we're going to look at Iowa. We're going to look at the Iowa caucus. Was it fraud? Was it... are they going to redo it? Are they going to do that recount that Perez is asking for? It's not a recount. It's a... well, whatever. Something similar to that. Or are we just going to move on? The whole Iowa caucus mess. What do we need to know about that? What do we need to know? Okay, frustration. Messages couldn't get through. Okay. In the past, they were trying to modernize it. Going from the old-fashioned dusters to the new, fancy, modern. That was the idea. Center the reading, and it kind of crashed and burned. The true believers who were, getting their kids a babysitter and the real true believers went out and did this. Yeah, and Republicans did jam the lines, threw things out of whack. All right, base of the reading. This is Democrats acting and going out, even though the turnout wasn't much larger than normal for the caucuses. I think the general election is going to be very different. That's all the readings I've done have said that. But it's about just taking Trump down as a political beast. All right, stitch him up politically. We're very non-violence around here. Above the reading. Oh, this is sarcastic. The Republicans making fun. And, Trump going out there and saying they can't even count. They're so disorganized. They're so blah, 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 blah. Near future. I know Perez is, he's kind of is he actually the head of the DNC? I can't remember his exact title, but really right now it's Pelosi. Pelosi's the real leader of the DNC, and she's going to have something to say about this going forward. about making sure that things are better. Yeah, that is the power of Nancy. Home environment. Yeah, it got screwed up. Yeah, it got screwed up. And the lines were jammed and the app wasn't working and the... Lori, you really got you're very anti-Buttigieg, which... Oh, buffering. I only occasionally glance at the comments, and because I'm trying to do the reading, but every time I glance up, you're just coming down on Buttigieg. I understand that we all have our views on which Democrat is better or worse, but on this channel, we're really trying hard to not to divide Democrats. We're not here to bash Democrats. So I understand if people don't trust him. I'm not saying he's like I'm not saying these people are perfect but the point is I'm trying to keep our eye on the prize. And the prize is get rid of Donald Trump. And how we get there, sure, we can, well, of course we can discuss it and vote blue no matter who, exactly, Tammy. Yeah, everybody, and that's what we're focused on here. So I'll look into the shadow app thing, but I'm not going to do a reading on Buttigieg and drag up stuff because I'd have to do that on Warren, Sanders, Biden. I mean, and it just divides us further, and I'm not here to do that. So sorry, but that's not what this is about. This is one of the resistance channels. That's what this is. So, hopes and fears. It's fear it's going to be turned into some kind of conspiracy theory. That's the fear. And what other people see. Big tangle. Everything kind of, if it's like she's dropping all that, she was trying to carry it and now sort of trying to grab it again in midair, and it's just a mess. Okay. Vive la résistance. Yes, Lynn. Okay. Final outcome for the Iowa. This is the Republicans not letting it go. Not letting it go. Just no matter how bad their own stuff is, just beating on it and beating on it and beating on it and beating on it. And yeah, it's just gonna, they're not gonna shut up. So, okay, is it just gonna become that was a weird thing, or, whoa, 3 at once, okay. Ace of Wands, Page of Swords. What are these 3? 7 of Cups, 5 of Swords. Art system's still strong. It was a mess up, but it's not the catastrophe that people are trying to make it out to be. It really isn't. They're going to double check the paper results, and they're going to double check what results they can, and there are delegates spread around, so yeah, I think it's going to be okay. It's keeping an eye on focusing on getting rid of the brat. So, I mean, Trump isn't usually the Page of Swords, but in this deck, the bratty behavior is what comes up. So this is taking action, and in this card, the 7 of Cups, instead of illusion or delusion, can be a choosing card, lots to choose from. And then seeing what's the best fit. And the Democrats being strong and our voting system ultimately being strong. So it's to focus on getting rid of the brat. I'm like, so this is just like what I read on, when I read on this on Tuesday, according to my notes here. Yeah, it was a mess up, but that it's not, they're gonna try to make it a bigger deal than it is. And the Republicans are just gonna, you know, I mean, what else are they gonna talk about? Trump's corruption? No. They're gonna jump on, oh my gosh, somebody's wearing a tan suit. End of the world. Okay, so I am moving on to Bloomberg and then Hunter Biden. No, let's look at Hunter Biden first. I want him to be okay. I want him to be okay. I'm very concerned. You heap this kind of pressure and grief and insult on someone who has had serious addiction problems. And he, you know, the interview I saw with Hunter Biden, he wasn't full of himself. And he was like, do you think it's because of your father there's a reason you got this job? And he's like, yeah, probably. Oh, buffering. Are you buffering? Are we buffering? Movement? Wheezy Squeezebox, I think you just asked if it went past, I think you asked, is it the end of the American era and the rise of the Chinese era? Boy, you guys are just rays of sunshine today, aren't you? I don't care what people think about him. He's eye candy to this old lady's eyes. Who are we talking about? You know who I think, I will admit this. He's a married man. I would never in a million years flirt with a married man. No, no, trust me. No. But having just said that, just looking from a distance, just appreciating the view that's on television a long way away. Connie's saying Adam Schiff. I have to say, I'm just trying to liven this. We're just taking a moment just to talk silly stuff, to just liven the energy a little bit. Every time that, of course, his name escapes me. His last name escapes me. His first name doesn't, because every time he comes on, I call him Handsome Jim. Nope, Handsome Jim's on the screen. Connecticut? Oh, why does his name escape me? Probably because my brain's in kind of an alpha state, and all of my all the details, they're hard to retrieve. But no, good grief, not Jim Jordan. Matt Gay. Oh, yuck. No. Oh, now. Okay, no. Okay. Jason Momoa. No. Well, no, he's lovely. Of course he is. Ari Melber is. Okay, that's it. I'm for a second, I'm hijacking the live stream because I have to look this up, because no, I'm not going to have anybody thinking that I'm talking about Jim Jordan. That's not. No. Himes. Isn't it Jim Himes? Himes. From Connecticut, is that his name? Yes, Jim Himes, U.S. Representative for Connecticut's 4th Congressional District. He's a handsome guy. So, yeah, when he comes on, I say, oh, Handsome Jim's on TV. So, just silly, just being silly. Not important, but he's married. I would never flirt with a married man. Yeah. I know exactly what kind of devastation cheating causes, and I will never, ever, ever. Oh, Murphy? No, Himes, Himes. Jim Himes, yeah. Just a little levity. But I would never mess with a married man. Not happening. He looks very Connecticut. Chris Murphy is cute too. He is. Yep. And yeah, Adam Schiff. Just we love him. We love a person. We love a man with character. So no one said you can't look. Eric Swalwell. He's a good-looking man too. I'd be more of an Eric Swalwell. He is. Eric Swalwell is. He is cute. Keisha's pick. Who did Keisha pick? All right, but before I go on to this reading, this very depressing reading about poor Hunter Biden. Ali Velshi. Yep. Eric Swalwell. No married man. Nope. I agree. Nope. Not even innocent flirting. Nope. So, all right. Well, this was nice. This was a nice little silly couple of minutes. I'm 65. I can't be a cougar, Sally Mount says. Oh, goodness. He's cuter than all those guys, says GM Dave. Whatever you're into. Do fictional characters count? Legolas, yes. Legolas was Mayor Pete. He's a handsome guy. Yes. Mouse Maiden, hi. We are having the silliest conversation about cute guys. And the occasional cute girl people are. Toodle Soups, I'm a 71-year-old balding nun. Well, but we can appreciate the view. Shiv is a Cancer. I just want to pinch his cheeks. All right. Jim Jordan. Yuck. No, I said Himes. Jim Himes. Goodness gracious. Jim Jordan. All right, poor Hunter Biden. And I know, look, he's had a lot of advantages. I'm not saying he's a perfect human being. What I am saying is that I really do not want any parent to have to bury a child. And Joe Biden has buried enough of his, more than enough of his. So I'm concerned about Hunter Biden because of the way that he's been and going to be hounded by Republicans, who apparently the Treasury turned over documents, private documents about Hunter Biden, like that, just to the Senate Republicans. No, Senate Republicans. There you go. Have them. Now, Trump's information, oh, no, you can't have that. That's for political purposes. But we are looking into the corruption that was at the base of the impeachment clause. So we need to prove Trump's innocence. So this isn't that at all. Oh, are we discussing? Oh, Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston is Loki. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, the rhetorical knives are out. This, yeah, they're vicious. Viciousness is just in the past. Well, he was doing dumb stuff. He's done dumb stuff. I'm not saying he's innocent. Center of the reading. This is one of Trump's fantasies is destroy. As of today, it looks like this is now one of the cards for Trump. Just, Caligula. Base of the reading. And they're going after him because we have a fool of an emperor in the White House. There we go. And that's the base of this. Above the reading. This is Democrats, I get cups for Democrats, trying to show in the media that, yeah, it's, you know, it's the equivalent of a silver spoon, but it's clean. It's not illegal. Near future. They can keep harping on it and trying to get people to drink the Kool-Aid on this, but American people have had enough. Enough. And certainly, if Biden doesn't do well in New Hampshire and South Carolina and Nevada and all these other places, what's the point of destroying this man? Okay, home environment. Republicans willing to follow Trump off a cliff. But this is also Joe's love for his son. Joe Biden's love for his son. And would do anything for him. Anything. I can't, sorry, I can't fault. Can't fault him for that. Whatever issues anybody has, or how he went about it, he loves his son. And that in itself, just that, I love my son, just in and of itself, that's beautiful. Okay, hopes and fears. Concern he's going to relapse. And, you know, the kid in the candy store, what we see, we see Joe Biden is not perfect, and he certainly has made some boneheaded mistakes. But he's also given a lot, and he's also lost a lot. And he's always taken a train into Washington, D.C., and is known for being available on that train. People can talk to him. So again, I'm not here to divide. I'm not saying he's a better candidate, worse candidate. I'm just talking about a man worried about his son. And the Republicans going after full force. Final outcome. I'm going to have to ask for some qualification. This is Democrats using the Republican fixation on this to make the Republican look bad. This is undermining I get pentacles for the Republicans and cups for Democrats. This is undermining, using what they're doing to undermine the Republicans. But the party getting out of control. Let me see if there's anything more information. Is any more about this Five of Cups? It's ugly. It's really, really ugly. And the Democrats are trying to protect him, but it's coming out of the woodwork. The Republicans coming out of the woodwork to hurt him because they need somebody, you know, it's all grievance politics. But Hunter himself, please tell me, is something very permanent and not good going to happen to him, which we do not want to happen to anybody. A decision. That's what this is about. A decision he might make. He has support. He has a support system. Okay. I'm feeling good energy here. I'm feeling like friends of his having done things, made really bad decisions, done things he shouldn't have done. And I've got this, that is, he's got a support system, like a scaffolding. And his father's, this all being out in the open because of his father's fame and him being dragged into this, it doesn't help. But it says here he's going to be okay. And I feel like I'm being reassured. He's going to be okay. Right? Because we don't want anyone to not survive the Trump era. Would he bow out of the race to protect his son? Let's have a look. That's a good question, Gizmo. Will Biden drop out of the race to protect his son? Nope. Because he's not going to have to. He's not going to have to. There's so much to go after. You know, it's one of those, we're not going to just let this go. We're just going to, and Hunter he does have his personal support system. And the more they go after Biden's son, the more Biden is saying, no, this is not right. Okay, so I think he's going to be, I think, fingers crossed. The energy right now is good around him, that he's going to be okay. It's not nice, it's not pleasant, it's not fun. And they are vicious. And they're going to be vicious against him. But we don't want anyone to, let's say, leave the earth early. Don't want that happening to anyone. Okay, so Bloomberg. And I'm not here to bash Bloomberg. I'm not here to promote Bloomberg. I am here to, he's a cannonball, and he and his money are a cannonball that have hit the water that is this race. And I want to see what the cards have to say about it, about him having this much of an effect. Do I think Trump will drop out? Well, let me see if I've got time that I can look at that. And if I won't, I will happily look at it tomorrow. Like I said, we're gonna have to keep trumping in. Okay. Apparently I can't shuffle the cards either. We're gonna have to keep checking in on Trump. But Bloomberg. But are you really going to go up against Trump? Do the American people really want two billionaires fighting for the presidency? Well, I'm a billionaire. What other billionaire are you talking about? I'm sorry, I just love that. Oh, Mike. Good for you, Mike. Bloomberg. He is tougher than he looks. Feeling a little Napoleon complex around the edges. He's getting the race. It's a mess, and he really wants Trump to go down. In the past, well, he was a Republican, wasn't he? Autumn accidentally misunderstood my comments before too. It's hard to read cards and read comments and know what's going on in the chat room. I apologize. I am very sorry. I am very sorry if I have misunderstood and offended somebody. I certainly didn't mean to. Your thoughts are very important to me. Okay. All right. He was a Republican, wasn't he? Yes. Yeah, he made a lot of money. Lots of money. Yep, yep. Base of the reading. Well, let's see what's going on in this party. Let's make this party a party. Give the Democrats money, the blue, the cups. Let's make this party a party. Get this party started. Above the reading. And let's do some serious rhetorical, political backstabbing of Trump and the Republicans who protect him. He really doesn't like Trump. Really, really doesn't like Trump. They were friends at one point, but oof. Near future. Well, that's Trump and McConnell. And it feels like a solid wall of Trump and McConnell. That tells me that's okay. Those are two people that are in this, but what about them? And I'll look at the final outcome. I'll look at the other cards too, but let me just see if there are any qualifiers just on this. Give us a hint. Bring out the rhetorical knives. From above, see what's really going on, but also laughing at Trump publicly, which you know makes Trump crazy. Home environment. Does he have a wife who was like, you're gonna what? You're gonna what? But no, this is Pelosi, and this is the Democratic leadership going, what? But also, okay. Is Mike Bloomberg really 4'9"? Anyway. Hopes and fears. Oh yeah, he wants to take down Trump. That's the point. That's the point. What we see. Someone taking actions to clean up. Even if it's a little impersonal, even if it's not the powerhouse we want it to be. It's taking a huge initiative. Oversized initiative. Final outcome. Yeah, the energy around Bloomberg isn't pretty either. It's not as low as Trump, but it's not especially high either. Bloomberg is going to get behind whoever the Democratic nominee is, and to just clean Trump's clock and take the candy jar away from the Republicans, because Trump's election campaign has so much money that they have so much they're able to share with the RNC and with other politicians, and so it gives them a huge advantage, but not if mom and dad come in and take the candy bowl away and give a lot of nice stuff to the adults in the room to clean Trump's clock or pink toilet or so what I'm getting, he's not I feel like I'm dunking my face in not very nice energy, but it's nowhere near as bad as Trump's. But his energy is not particularly high vibration. Right now, I think he's in a lot of people's good graces because he's willing to fight Trump, and anyone who can and does effectively fight Trump or gets under Trump's very thin skin and survives it, we like. But I think if you knew him on a one-to-one basis, he'd probably be pretty decent. But he's willing to do some not nice things. On a personal level, he gets bored easily. He has his choice of women, and he's taken advantage of that. I'm guessing is he still seeing? I'm guessing he's not on his first wife. Hubby is 6'3", I'm 4'11". That's adorable, Texicana. Anybody know how many times he's been married? Jules Deramore, I'm 5'4". I'm 5'4" too. Okay. His girlfriend of 20 years? Really? He's had the same girlfriend for 20 years? Yeah. Can I read? Somebody asked about Barr. Not married. Twice. Been the same girlfriend for 20 years. I just shuffled cards into the deck that were facing the wrong way. All right, so it is getting a bit late. I'm going to, actually, I think I'm going to go because I am getting tired. No, all right, I'll throw 3 cards on Barr. We're not going to get rid of him soon. We're just not. As long as Trump's in power, Barr is his most loyal SS officer. He just is. Rich men and their wives are soon parted. Yeah, Dave, I agree. Granddaughter. Yep. All right, let me just throw a few cards on Barr. I don't like him. He's the evil potato, Darth Barr. Yeah, he's how dare you question the Fuhrer? Every time I think about him, that's what goes through my head. That's the energy around him. How dare you? How dare you question a Unitarian executive? That's his core belief. He doesn't care that Trump's a fool. And he has drunk the Kool-Aid, and he's going to make blankety blank sure everybody else drinks the Kool-Aid too. And anything that comes after Trump, he's going to scrub it. He doesn't care what Trump does, what mess Trump. He's going to scrub it. He's going to keep it. Yeah, and he's But is he going to? Does he go when Trump goes? Does he go sooner? This card is spinning around, literally just spinning. So let's look at that. What that is. Oh yeah, he's making Democrats' heads spin, and he's going to. He's going to kind of Herbert? No. I did this before. I couldn't think of the right Hoover. the head of the FBI, who was so awful. Faceplant. I'm going to have to write down some name. J. Edgar Hoover. Thank you, Gary. I'm feeling some serious J. Edgar Hoover energy here, as much as an attorney general can do that without being head of the FBI. Yeah, he's got a very unnatural view of Trump as being high above. And high above us mere mortals, because he's the president, and he's going to do stuff that's going to make our heads spin, and be very J. Edgar Hoover. That doesn't really answer my question, though. How do we get rid of him, or what's going to happen to get rid of him? Democrats winning. Because of all the vice. Democrats winning. I think he's in until the election. Or inauguration, I should say. At least that's what I'm getting here. So anyway, I have to go to and Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. And thank you to our moderators, and thank you so much for the super chats. And just hang in there, guys. And I'm going to be back tomorrow. Same pumpkin time, same pumpkin channel. I'm just going to keep showing up. Thank you. I'm going to keep showing up, and I'm going to keep sitting here, and I'm going to say exactly the truth. I watch a lot of news. I listen to all of the hearings. I listen to what the Republicans have to say, as well as the Democrats. And, you know, I heard all of the president's comments this morning during Chopper Talk. And, you know, I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to be here. And looking at energy and raising spirits if I can. And we're going to get through this. All right. So there are good days ahead. There really are. He's not forever. All right. And I will see you guys tomorrow, I hope. I hope you're able to be here. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. See you tomorrow.